This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. There is always a risk when investing in the stock market. These videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock. It is always advised to do your own research and to keep learning more and more about any strategies used in these videos. Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to week 10 of mine and Melanie's Roth. I hope everybody had a good weekend, and I hope going forward this week that everybody have a prosperous week. Boy, we had a crazy week with the market last week. Could literally describe it a bloodbath. It was one crazy week. Stock was dropping all over the place. But that is good to see, guys. It's good to know, those times. And sometimes you just gotta, when you don't know what to do, you don't do anything. So let's jump into this week and we'll update our accounts. And looking at Melanie's account, we're currently sitting at $8,671.49. And jumping over to my account here, we're currently looking at $9,125.25. So I have updated our totals. Melanie's account $8,671.49 and I'm at $9,125.25. So we can see there's a bit of a drop on both of these accounts, but looking at this, we can see that if we look at the chart, it's starting to kind of look like a normal chart now, and that's how it normally would go in anything. But our goal is to keep having this go up. And looking at our totals, we're at 17,796, 32,203 total with 64 cents to go. So let's jump into Melanie's account this week. So looking at Melanie's account here, the Orbital Energy, that's still going. That was a month-long call. The Lumen Technologies did not hit our strike price, so we still have that. The Blink Charging, we did a $42 put. So if we look here at our cost basis, it is $4,200. This stock is currently at $38.24. So we paid $4,200 for this stock, and currently the value of it is $3,824. So a lot of times I get a question, when it comes to calls, like why would someone pay money to, the premium, what we collect every week, why would people pay that? Well, if you look here, whoever bought this stock, they owned Blink Charging and they sold it at $4,200. At the start of last week, Blink was at $46.01. So they sold this option for $42. Well, when it dropped below, that means they have a gain of about 376 or 276, somewhere around there. So they instantly have credit, and that's why. So we're on the end of buying, and yes, we have a little bit of a risk sometimes, but we are during those first 7 weeks of this, we know how to sell calls. So we did end up buying at $4,200. It's only worth $38.24, but we're going to turn around and sell the call now. And also, we had the Dropbox. If we go here to history, we had the $22 put on Dropbox. Dropbox was above $22, so this expired worthless. So we can now sell another put, and I am going to keep using Dropbox. So it looks like we have about one put and maybe one or two calls to sell. So let's go back to the positions. Okay, so we'll just start in order here with Blink. We're going to come over. We already know that our cost basis is $4,200. Before you sell a call, you need to always know what your cost basis is. We're going to click right here on this drop down arrow, and we're going to click right here on options chain. And again, we'll check our date to make sure it's 4 days out. our cost basis, we literally bought this at $42. With the way the market is going and the volatility of it, we bought it for $42 even. We're gonna sell the $42. The fact that it's already below 42 is currently, well, the bid right now and went up is at $39.50. So we're gonna sell the $42. We'll make zero in capital gain, but we'll maximize the premium that we receive. So we can see that if we go down this chain here, it's not showing. So we need to come over here and click right here on all to expand this chain. And once that chain is expanded, we'll come down till we find our cost basis, which is $42. So we find the one that we want, and we own the stock now. Last week we sold the put. It got exercised because it dropped. We sold the $42 put, meaning that if this stock on Friday at close was 42.01 or higher, we wouldn't have got exercised. Just like with Dropbox, it would have just expired. But because it ended up being 38.24 and it was below, we got exercised. So now that we sold it on this side, we're going to turn around and sell the call. We sold the $42 put. We're going to turn around and sell the $42 call. So we came down to the one that we want. We're going to click right here on trade. And before we do that, guys, here's looking at the fact we bought it at 42. We could easily sell. We could even sell the $43. Actually, you know what? I think I will. I'm going to sell the fact. So Blink is already up to $39.50 in the pre-market. So it's already starting to show a recovery. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the $43. So our cost basis was 42. If I sell the $43, right, that's $100 we're going to gain in the capital gain. Plus, if we got the quoted price, it'll be 59, right? So that's a total of $159 we'll gain. Now, if we just turned around and sold it at our cost basis, we still get $70, which is great. So we'll get a total of 70. And what's the risk reward here? That is, there's a better chance that it's going to hit at 42 than it is that it's going to hit at 43. But with the EV market and the way it's been going, I'm going to sell the $43 and we're going to try to shoot for the $159. $59 in premium and $100 in capital gain. So let's click on that one. Looking at this, we are selling the Blink security expiration here in this Friday. We're selling the $43. We're selling the call this time because we actually own this. We're going to sell the open. We're going to do one. And after thinking about this, guys, I'm going to do a limit order. So like I said, the EV market was going up, but anybody who was in the stock market last week felt it. We don't know which direction it's going to go. So I'm doing a limit price. I got asked before why every now and then I'll do a limit price instead of a market order. I'm doing the limit price because of how volatile the market was last week, and we have no idea what's going to happen this week. So by doing a limit price, if this stock starts to go down, then this will reduce. And if the stock, and it's not so much about the premium that we're going to receive, it's more about if this stock does start to go down and does not reverse, then I'm going to let this order cancel, or I'll fix it after the market opens so that I'll have a better chance of selling it. I'm going to switch this to a closer to my cost basis of $42 instead of 43. Will it hit 43? Of course it will eventually, but to keep it, just because of what the market did last week, that's why I'm doing the limit order. Just to know, if you've been in it, then you're going to understand more. But that's why I'm doing the limit order this time. I'm setting the limit 1 cent below the bid. If it opens this way, it'll execute regardless at 59, but I just wanted to set it a little bit lower. So I'm going to review and submit this order. And guys, if you have questions, just leave a comment in the video below. Okay, guys, moving on. Next, we're going to do Lumen Technologies. We're going to check our call spaces here, which is $12.38. We're going to go to the options chain. We're going to check our date. That is 4 days out. We're going to come down till we find the one above our strike price above our call spaces, which is $12.50. We're going to select right here on trade. We're going to read this. Lumen Technologies, expiration date the 5th, 1250 call, 1250 strike with the call option because we own this. We're going to sell the open. We're doing 1 because we owe 100 shares doing a market order. We're going to review and submit this order. Okay guys, so we got both of those calls placed. Looking at our cash on hand, we have $3,035.99. So we're going to look at Dropbox again this week. Okay guys, so I hovered over accounts and I clicked on options. And when it came to options, it came here. I typed in this ticker symbol, DBX, and it brings up kind of this mini options chain. But if you click right here, it'll open it up. And we look at this much similar as we would when we're selling a call. We want to make sure that we're 4 days out because we're trying to do a weekly call option here, or a put option rather. And again, because the market last week was so basically like a bloodbath, stocks were dropping. A lot of people are starting to pick up these stocks at a certain price to try to get their call spaces down. And even though it closed at $22.54, it's already at $23. So this stock is already starting to recover. And last week we sold the $22 put. And now that the price is starting to go up, these amounts right here are actually going to be less than what they're saying. Unless it turns around within this pre-market and starts to fall again, these prices are actually going to be a little bit higher. So we did sell the $22 put last week, but this week I'm going to go ahead and go with the $22.50. So I'm going to choose the $22.50, and the reason I'm doing that, the price is already recovering. It's already at $23. I'm almost positive we're not going to get $42 for this. We're probably going to get a little bit less. So let's select this one. So if we try to read this here, we have Dropbox. The expiration date is going to be the 5th. We're selling the $22.50 strike price. We're selling the put option. We don't own this stock yet, so we're betting that this stock is going to stay above $22.50. We're going to sell the open. We're going to do quantity of 1, and we'll do a market order. Okay guys, so that will be it. We'll come back after the market opens to make sure that these got executed. And thinking about that Dropbox, depending on how high it goes, we may not get that much for it, but the risk is really, really small. So not a bad trade. So we'll come back after the stock market opens. Okay guys, the stock market is open and we were able to sell our Blink call and our Dropbox put. The Lumen Technologies, I don't see the call here. 1 second. So guys, if you don't see something, you can go up to orders and status. So I went to orders, I went to status, and I can't see that it is sold right here. And that was this morning, so we probably just need to refresh. So let me refresh the screen. And here we go guys. So that's kind of good that happens. That's why I like when certain little things happen so that people can see it. And the more I do this, the more different and unique situations we run into that you can see. So it was just a matter of refreshing the screen. It just took a minute. The market's just open. Sometimes it takes a minute or two. So it is here now. So let's go to history. Okay, looking at history, we can see that we sold aluminum, expires the 5th, 1250 strike call option. We sold the Dropbox expiring the same date with a 2250 put option. And we sold the $43 Blink. And for that, we got a total of 21.35, 36.35, and 96.35. And you know, guys, I talked to some new people, and like selling the puts, you know, they get worried because they get exercise, right? We sold the $42 Blink put, right? We got exercise and it closed at $38 and some change. So we then just look at that. We just turned around and we made 96 out of it. I don't remember how much we made for selling the put, but let's update the sheet and I can see here. Okay guys, updating the sheet. Today is the 1st of March. We got aluminum, Dropbox, and Blink, all the same expiration dates. We got a price of $12.50, $22.50, and $4, and there was one of each. And then after fees, we got a total of $21.35, $36.35, and $96.35. So looking at the Blink, for example, which was right up here. So, you know, the fact that we were already down, you know, Blink was at $38 when it closed. Let's just say it was around $38.50. So we were already down, you know, 300, but it's already recovered already. And we got 93.35 for selling the put. And then we turn around and get 96.35 for selling the call. So you could basically ride this down, ride it back up. You keep riding it down by selling puts until you get executed. Once you get executed, you turn around and sell the calls. So you can see how effective this strategy could be. Okay, let's jump over to my account. Okay guys, so jumping over to my account, we have the Nano Dimensions. We have a put option. So this expiring on the 19th. We have the $10 put option with a quantity of 2 of these. And then we have Orbital Energy, the 750 put with 1 of these. So Cisco right now, our cost basis is sitting at 49.18, you know, a couple of cents off there. The current price is 44.87. So with this price, and if we look at the bid right now, it's currently up to 45.22. And looking at our cash on hand, we have $5,132. But given the fact there's a couple options I can do here, if I bring up my cost averaging and looking at the cost averaging, and I do have this sheet in my Patreon page, guys. I do have a Patreon now if you're interested in joining that. So we have 100 shares of Cisco at 49.18. So what we would do normally, you know, it's already starting to recover. It's already up to $45. So I don't really have to buy any, but if I look at it this way, the current price is $45.22. So assuming we could get it at least $45.25, we're trying to see how many shares it would take us to drop this down from $49.18 to under $49. That way we could sell the $49 call. So looking at this, we can just enter 1 here. It will drop our cost basis to $49.14. 2, 3, 4, 5. So buying 5 shares of this would drop our cost basis, should drop it right underneath. Sometimes there's like a, you don't realize this, but if you're sometimes you're not buying it at 45.25, you're buying it at 45.2564. So you might be off a couple of pennies, but for a cost of $226, we can lower our cost basis. What we would end up doing is we could then sell the $49 call, and we would sell 5 shares. We would put a limit of 5 shares in there to sell at $49. So, and even with that, we wouldn't really have to do that. We could actually sell these little 5 higher, but I like to stay consistent and keep everything, you know, going. Another thing too, guys, the market could drop even lower. It could technically do anything this week. So with that being said, I'm gonna check this chain real quick, but I don't think I'm actually gonna move anything. I'm just, and this is good. This is something that, you know, we don't always have to just make crazy decisions, and when you first start this, especially when you first start off, and if it's on a bull run, you're gonna get anxious, I guess you could say, and you're gonna keep wanting to make money every week. But this is more of and understand that you're in a Roth, so you're only allowed to put so much. So if you did get stuck somewhere, it would take you a year to recover because you couldn't actually put any more money into it until that next year. So I think sometimes showing patience and discipline is a good thing. I'm going to check the chain, but I think I'm just going to leave it here. Even though we have a lot of cash on hand, I'm just going to leave it here and see what happens with the market. We can always do a midweek update, and if the market starts going up crazy, of course, we'll take advantage of it. But let's go ahead and look at the chain. And yeah, guys, looking at the chain, we would have to do the $49.50. So to drop our cost basis to the $49 one, it won't really, there's a dollar there, but it's not gonna really make that much of a difference. And of course, with all the stocks being down, there's a lot of different options we can do here. But I think it's good. Even, yes, we're learning how to do this every week, but sometimes this is good. It could be a good test for you to see, do I have the discipline to just wait it out? Waiting it out, yeah, we could easily make some money here, but waiting it out, you can make so much more. So I'm not going to do anything with this account this week. We will, if the market changes, which I'm pretty sure it is, we could say everything is starting to increase. We'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, the market is now open, and there's been a little bit of change with Cisco Systems. I did check it, and it's still only going to be worth $1. So this week, I'm not even going to do anything with this account. And I think that's one good thing that we should do every now and then, just to have the discipline. There's a lot of deals out there right now. I could easily spend more money. I just kind of want to wait and see exactly what the market's going to do today. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. And guys, I do these calls and puts, selling these options every Monday morning, but you don't actually have to do it on Monday. You can do it on Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. But the longer you wait and the closer to expiration, the less valuable these will get unless the stock increases. So that's why I do it on Monday. I like to do it on Mondays and be done with it for my week, especially in the Roth. On my other accounts, I do manage it throughout the week. The Roth, I just kind of set it and forget it. But that is an option, guys. So we can always let's just wait and see exactly which direction the market's going to go and what all is going to happen. Okay, guys. So, I just wanted to take a minute and say, we got a lot of things in life that we have to worry about. We got a lot of things we got to get accomplished and a lot of things we got to get done. And if you're not negative for the week, you're still moving in the right direction. And every now and then, it's actually kind of rare now, especially the way the market's going. But with all this stuff going on and things happening, it's just let yourself know, give yourself some time and understand that this is just a little short period of time. And then you can always get back on track and keep moving. So again, I'm not going to worry about my account this week. Let's quickly look at the covered calls. Me not having any, I almost didn't update this, but if we looked at this kind of like a joint adventure, which it is, we still ended up, we got 96, 36, and 21. We don't have anything for me this week, but we still ended up with a total of about 96, 30, so about $135 or so, somewhere around there. So still, guys, not a bad week overall. And I'm confident $500, $600, $700 weeks are coming really soon. So again, guys, thank you for watching. If you found value in this, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Again, my decision not to buy and sell, that's, it's kind of my thought process and kind of help you guys understand. But, you should never, ever copy anybody. You do what you think is best for you, whatever your goals are. Make sure you have goals written down and do what you can to work towards those goals. If you guys have any questions, leave comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.